This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So I want to talk about a couple different things here in this particular video, the subject of which, the topic of which you already know because there's no way to hide it because you clicked on it when you read the title. This image from Fox News. Laura Ingraham, for some reason, has sunglasses on. That's not really what I want you to pay attention to, even though she is a vile, sinister, ridiculous individual, a Christo-Fascist. I want you to read the chyron, the little box with the text below her dumb face. Roe reversal exposes the left's anti-Catholic bias. And I want you to know that this is this is part of a campaign that we're beginning to witness raise its ugly head within white nationalist, white supremacist, anti-Semitic circles. And she's taking part in this. Remember when Laura Ingraham at the Republican National Convention in 2016, she gave the old wave to Donald Trump that sure didn't look like a wave to me. Well, We'll play a brief clip of it. You can decide. I'm sure you've seen it before. See, I don't believe that was coincidence. I believe that was intentional. And people think, oh, you're jumping to conclusions, and every time that something racist happens, I read some of the comments earlier in the week that I'm jumping to conclusions, or it's a panic, it's hyperbole, it's just exaggeration. Like when these things happen with such regularity, it's not. Like, I'm not accused of being racist, and my words are picked apart all the time. I don't make mistakes that make me look like a racist with any regularity. So when it happens all the time to conservatives, you gotta think to yourself, this has to be more than a coincidence. It has to be more that this is happening at the same time that Nick-Fuentes, the little white nationalist troll, the little Holocaust denier piece of shit, that he is saying things like this.
If Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a Jewish woman, didn't die last year, so that Amy Coney Barrett, a Catholic woman, could be appointed to the bench, we would still have Roe versus Wade. Now you tell me that this is a Judeo-Christian country. Now you tell me that this is a Judeo-Christian movement. You tell me that it doesn't matter that you have a lot of these Jewish people in government. Tell me that it doesn't matter after a decision like this. Tell me that with a straight face, that it doesn't matter that we had a court that had 4 Jewish people on it, and we had subtract 1 Jewish woman and increase 1 Catholic woman, and now Roe versus Wade is overturned and 100 million Americans will live in states with no abortion because of that change, because we had a Jewish woman and now we have a Catholic woman. Tell me religion doesn't matter. Tell me that this dispute between Judeo and Christian doesn't matter. It absolutely matters. It makes all the difference. This is why it's Christian nationalism. We need a government of Christians. We need a conservative movement, a nationalist movement led by Christians that obey the Bible and obey God and serve Jesus Christ. Tell me why we need people in government that don't serve Jesus Christ. Is that the argument? Well, here, Nick, here's why we need Jewish people in government that don't serve Jesus. Sorry, you're never going to win that argument. You're never going to convince me that we need people in government that don't serve Jesus Christ, the Son of God. You'll never convince me of that. Insofar as there's one God and he has one Son and there is one way to salvation and one way to the truth, then that's the way that the people running our society and writing the laws need to be, and no other way. We want to live in a Christian country with Christian rulers and Christian legislators and Christian judges and Christian law and Christians. And Jewish people can be here, but they can't make our laws.
So this racist little bastard, Nick-Fuentes, very gracious of you, Nick. You little pencil neck freak. Very gracious of you to allow Jews to be here in the United States. How bold of you. Human garbage. Human garbage. Now look, a lot of people say, oh, he's just playing a character. He's just a troll. Even if I don't believe that to be true, but even if that were true, the problem lies in the fact that there are thousands of people. We'll give him some benefit of the doubt that he has an audience here. We know that he has an audience because he holds white nationalist conferences that Marjorie Taylor Greene goes to speak at. This is the guy, by the way, that Marjorie Taylor Greene went to his conference, his America First conference, and spoke at. So there is a direct line that can be drawn between goofball with the sunglasses, Laura Ingraham, talking about anti-Catholic bias, straight through to anti-Semitism. This is a whisper. This is a dog whistle. And there's no dog whistle with Nick Fuentes. He's saying it out loud. He wants a Christian nationalism. He wants a nation staffed by Christians, occupied by Christians. But whose Christian doctrine does he want? Does he want United Methodist? Does he want Southern Baptist? Does he want Presbyterian? Does he want Protestant? Does he want evangelical? Does he want Pentecostal holiness? Does he want First Baptist? He certainly doesn't want the AME. He doesn't want fundamentally black Christian ideals. No, he wants Christian nationalism, the kind that was in northern Idaho when I was a child, at Aryan Nations. That's what he wants. They want to drag us back to a time when it wasn't safe to be black in America, to be gay in America. Just existing in your skin in the manner that you were born was dangerous. You were only safe if you were a white, straight man. Because the assault on women has begun with the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The only safe position in America, according to people like Laura Ingraham even, certainly Tucker Carlson and certainly Nick Fuentes, is white man. Because white supremacy is their ideology. That is their religion. He blasphemously talks about Christianity and living Christian values while he discriminates against God's children, if that's what you believe. It's certainly what he purports to believe. I talk about this because I believe it is not uncommon. I believe that people like Laura Ingraham, certainly people like Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, a panoply of clowns and bad actors within the Donald Trump orbit, they believe this too. Stephen Miller, many people who, Carl Higbee, a guy who got fired for the crap that he said. If you're not awake to this, you need to wake up. If you're not fired up about this, because this is only going to become more prominent, because the Supreme Court, with its 6-3 ruling after 6-3 ruling after 6-3 ruling, is fundamentally changing the fabric of our country under color of law. And the percentages, public polling percentages, and about people's views on abortion that used to be like 69%, agreed that abortion should be legal, 69%, you're going to see that. I'm making a prediction. You're going to see that start ticking down. Because the Supreme Court ruled 6-3, it must be true. And people don't think. A lot of people, not you, you're here. You want to think. You want to be challenged. But a lot of people, especially Republicans, they just want to be led around like livestock with a big ring in the nose, just dragged around like a bull. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're awake. I'd love to know your thoughts. You can leave a comment down below, or you can leave me a voicemail. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for joining me today. Follow me on social media. That would be a good time. Well, the part that you're dealing with me is a good time. Sometimes social media is kind of a nightmare. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. That is where I am, at Dollemore, Dollemore. And if I do something for you, not if you agree with me, but if you appreciate the work that I do and you'd like to be a part of it, I think what I do is important. I think reaching the masses with rationality and reason and decency and love for my fellow man and woman is important. And if you want to be a part of that, you can click the join button below. Become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month, just pennies a day. Or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways to fund and support this mission of this show. I hope you'll consider it. I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Keep fighting the fight. Be genuine. Take care of one another.